Hi, it's Lee at Craftsman Direct, and we're in Fuquay-Varina this morning, enjoying the duck on the lake. But really nice lady's house. She's preparing her home for sale and has asked us to develop a quote for her to clean and seal the deck. Essentially what we're going to do is apply a lot of water to get it wet, and then it's diluted sodium hypochlorite solution. Once we have the deck clean, I'd like to be sanding the kitty cat points, which is a couple of posts that look like this, and we will sand this to the point where it makes sense. I'd like to get the divots out of the wood. It's going to put a little curve on it, but then again, we've got a 8-foot board to replace. We'd need the top 2x6 as well as a 2x4. There's a couple of balusters in there as well, and we can use the short balusters. It's beveled on both ends, but this guy measures roughly 15 by 17, and we got the perimeter rail here, and she's suggesting a color kind of like that, so that probably what we would end up doing is maybe doing 2 coats, but we can't tell that until actually we get the first coat on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a quote to do 1 coat, and then because the second quote is so much easier than the first coat, I'll give her a quote for the second coat. And we need to do the outside. We got a band. One of the things I need to talk to my customer about is pulling these boats out, which we will certainly do, because I don't want any drips getting on those guys, because it definitely will drip through the cracks. And anyhow, that was this point. Since everything's so close together, what I'd like to try to do is let's look at the other point of repair. She showed me a railing while we were walking past the lake, and you can see that this top board has come off. It doesn't look good, so what I'd like to do is replace it with a pretty new treated 2x4. We're going to use screws because we actually like our customers, and nails aren't good for anything hardly. Hurricane ties. Nails are good for hurricane ties, but the rail is pretty firm. But it looks like the replacement of this 2x4 and runs, risers, and well, it's on. Did you want to clean and seal?
Yep, and then we're going to need to stain and clean.
Okay, let's take a look. We've got the outside. Now I want you to notice that somebody was extraordinarily brilliant, because what they did was they used hex screws. And we're going to be able to actually take these panels off and get a really good cleaning job and a good sealing job here. And that's going to make painting the exterior of these balusters possible. Let's look and get square footage. It is 1, 2, 3, is 9, probably what, 12? And that is a 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, it's 15. And probably budgeting around I would say 2 gallons to do this particular room based on 300 square foot, and at least for the first pass. And I would feel certain that we're going to need 2 coats to get a good solid and uniform color. Also, I'd like to note that it's got these, call it shades to take down in order to get behind those shades. And
we're actually thinking of doing transparent stain out here.
Transparent, okay.
But yeah, because it'd just be a lot easier for this. And,
sure.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. We can use 2 different colors. Is perfectly fine. And what kind of ceiling is this?
It's a paint. It's a sienna sand paint.
Right, but I was thinking that I am not thinking anybody would put a drywall ceiling here.
Let me show you the front, which is ripped out, and you can see
you got a drywall hole in
it.
Yeah. Because here again, I would very much like to go kind of nuts with a pressure washer and get it really, really clean. Get this, and I don't want to apply water or pressure, because if we...
I can show you what happened. I have a hole up front.
Shane, this ceiling might be drywall.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another issue I have out front on the front porch.
I remember reading that now. But